Hey guys, Mike out here with Long Range with the Lilies. We're out at Rock Lake Rifle Range, one of our favorite facilities for a upcoming NRL match. We just got back from Montana, which was a really natural field shooting type environment, and it really drove home a point that I wanted to cover with you guys, which was the importance of cant. Morgan King, for example, and I had a really good discussion on cant and the importance of it, and I wanted to show some differences between mine and Keeley's setup. So Keeley prefers a natural kind of just old school bubble that mounts to the scope, and I have a long range arm send it level, which is an electronic level that gives me a little bit of a light to show me if I'm on level or not. So if you can see, I'm a little bit canted to the left, and then if I adjust my rifle, it's centered up. Now I'm good to shoot. There's not really a right or a wrong with cants as long as you're accounting for it. So if you're level, you're good to go. It doesn't matter if it's a light or a bubble or your whatever that tells you you're level. You just have to make sure you're level. Keeley prefers a bubble. She feels like the lights are distracting, especially with all the blinking and everything, so she just likes to glance up and check a level. I really like the feedback the lights give me. I feel like they're really in my face and they force me to check my cant a little more often. So it's just a difference between Keeley and I. So what I'm going to do now is we've got a target out about 700 yards. I'm going to take a shot with a level gun and then take a shot with a unlevel gun to show you how cant impacts your rounds, and we'll film it using the Triggercam. So with that being said, here we go. Okay guys, we're on one of the rocks out here at Rock Lake. When you're shooting off a natural terrain like this, it's super easy to get off cant. Your bipods can find different little imperfections in the surface and induce some cant, and even if you're filling the space with a bag, it's pretty easy to get tricked into thinking you're level, especially if your target's not hanging perfectly vertical. Hunters in the mountains, also very, very similar. So what we're going to do, I've got a target out at 700 yards. I'm going to shoot a couple shots with a level bubble, and then I'm going to actually mechanically induce some cant and see where we go from there. Pretty light wind day, so that's going to help us out in actually showing the true effects. All right, here we go. Build a better position here. Okay, I got a level bubble. Looking through my scope, I'm seeing about 0.2 wind. I'm gonna send that. Impact, pretty much centered up. Cant's good. Impact, pretty much centered up. All right, what we're going to do now is we're going to mechanically impart some cant to the left. So there's some. It's quite a bit of cant. You're looking probably about 20 degrees there. But let's just see where we end up. 0.2 wind. Off to the left quite a bit. Off to the left quite a bit. Let's see if I can bring it back just a little bit and see if that helps. Okay, so there's considerably less cant.
I'm going to pause the video here just for a second, just to highlight a point I'm trying to make. If you were looking through your scope and the only thing you saw was the image in the left through the Triggercam, would you be able to tell that your rifle wasn't canted? It's difficult for sure, and it really just highlights how important it is to have some sort of anti-cant device in order to give you a reference to check.
0.2 wind. Off the left. Off the left. So as you can see, cant really does matter. What I found with most misses, it's a combination of a lot of small errors. If you have just a little bit of error in cant, just a little bit of error in your trigger press, just a little bit of error in your fundamentals, it all compounds, and that's what usually ends up in misses. So for those of you out there without a bubble level, look into checking to getting one. It doesn't really matter what kind you run, as long as you do have one and you're able to maintain your level. All right guys, thanks for watching.